It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots, and today's podcast is brought to you by Talkspace. Talkspace, man, the online therapy company that lets you message a licensed and experienced therapist from anywhere at any time. It is good to have a therapist on speed dial, okay? Trust me, no commutes, no leaving the office, no uncomfortable waiting room, and best of all, no judgments, okay? When you use Talkspace, therapy is as easy as sending your therapist a message. Match with your perfect therapist today for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, okay? Go to Talkspace.com/idiot for a special offer on Talkspace today. Talkspace, therapy for how we live today. Now let's start the show.
I gotta say, I gotta give a huge thank you for everybody who bought and streamed the album 551.
Hey,
we are number one on Billboard.
Number one on Billboard of comedy albums.
That was pretty cool.
You still number one on Amazon and iTunes?
We're still number one on Apple. I think iTunes, Jim Gaffigan is number one. I think Amazon and Google Play.
It don't matter. It's a success, brother.
Bro, but the Billboard one was the coolest one because the other ones, sometimes those are like funky and they judge, like they have algorithms that like judge the amount of listens that are happening in the moment, that kind of stuff. But Billboard is just straight purchases and streams.
I wonder what the actual number
across
was.
the world. I have no clue. I don't even want to know because it could break my heart. But
hey, number one is number one.
Number one is
That's
the
all
number.
that matter, baby. All right, I sold more than everybody else this fucking week. All right, so if I feel bad about my numbers, how the fuck they feel? Okay,
Exactly.
That's
No,
all that
I just want
matters.
to say thank you so much to everybody. And like, if you fuck with me, just buy the album, man. I would appreciate that. If not, if you don't got the $10, then stream it. Continue to stream it. Stream it while you sleep. Do all that shit. I want to stay at number one on the charts for a little bit. That'd be awesome. But to be on Billboard, that was just really fucking cool. That now we get into the conversation of like a Grammy nomination. And I think that's the next thing that I'm looking at right now is like, all right, let's see if I could get a Grammy nomination. That being said, I am telling jokes about why teachers should fuck their students, so I don't know if you can win a Grammy for that, but I think maybe a nomination is up there. So thank you so much for supporting. And also, I'll be in Denver at the Comedy Works this weekend, Thursday through Sunday. Denver, Colorado. Show up, and let's have some fun.
Salute to my guy, Vok. When I posted that, I posted in my story that Andrew had the number one album on Billboards, and I guess I hashtag 551, so Vok go, hey, bro, you know that's a gang, right? I got, no, I don't. Take that shit to Andrew. That's Andrew.
They take up too many numbers, the gangs, right?
I'm like, I didn't even ask what it was, what it meant, what I don't get. Nope, take that.
God, come on,
What does that
bro.
even mean?
Why is it? I mean, how popular is this gang?
I have no idea. Popular enough for Vok to hit me and be like, yo, you know that's a gang. Nope.
Who's Vok?
Vok? You know Vok, man. Big Vok used to be with Tax all the time. Vok that cooks.
I don't
Big
know.
goon Vok, but can cook up a great gourmet dish.
Latino dude?
No, man. Vok black as they come. Vok is the poster child for black men.
Really?
All right? Like very, very multi-talented brother Vok is, man. Salute to my guy,
Yo,
Vok.
man. Well, thanks, Vok, for looking out, but there's no affiliation to the 551s.
And if any 551s out there want to laugh, go download the album.
Exactly. You might appreciate it. And guess what, 551s? You, too, have the number one album on Billboard. You're
Exactly.
welcome.
And also, please go purchase my book, my new book, Shook One, Anxiety's Playing Tricks on Me. It'll be out this fall. It'll be out in October. You can go pre-order at CTHABOOK, CTHABOOK.com, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, wherever you buy books, man, okay?
See, we're not just asking for cash from you, man. We're just giving you content.
That's all.
That's all you guys do.
I'm going to give you
Give
something.
content. You know what I mean? Don't just ask. We're not begging for cash. That's not what we do. We're not homeless.
Nah, man.
We're not homeless. Like, we're not outside Penn Station with a little coffee cup, right? Shaking it with the change in it. You know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't do
Homeless
that.
is bad. Why do certain words sound worse than they are?
Homeless?
Because you could move out of your parents' house and somebody be like, yo, you could be like, yo, I just moved up my parents' house, man. But if you say, bro, I'm homeless,
Yo, that shit is
somebody might
rough.
reach in their pocket and help you out. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody be like, you a single mom. Like, no, not really. I just not with my baby daddy.
Yeah, but single mom, we do have a bad connotation.
But I saw that with Angela Simmons. Like, I was reading articles and they was like, Angela Simmons is a single mom. Like, Angela Simmons is fine.
Is she paid?
She's fine.
Yeah, no, you just got a baby. This is single mom.
That's real.
and
That's
got
real.
a baby.
Angela
Real
just
talk.
got a baby and no boyfriend.
That's it. You got
know
a
what I'm
baby.
saying?
I have a child.
There you go. I can show you to some single moms. All right, single moms. I know some
They
single
need some
moms out
cash
there.
app.
Man. But listen, where do we begin?
Tragic week, man.
Tragic week. Is tragic the word I would use? Yes, I would use the word tragic. I would use the word tragic. I would use the word tragic for a number of reasons.
Talk to me.
I would use the word tragic because.
Wait, are we talking about XXX or are we talking about the mediocre J&B album?
Mediocre. There is no mediocre J&B album.
Oh, no? Okay.
No, J&B album's phenomenal. No, it's not it's fire. It's fire. I mean, listen, but you know what, though? I will say this.
Keep it very real.
I will keep it real. First of all, I love the album.
The songs, I think the songs on it, and we just listened to it in the car, I think the songs were really well done, as they're going to be, right? These are people that are operating at the highest.
Not true. Jay-Z and Beyonce have done some terrible records together. That record with Khaled, Top Off the Maybach. Matter of fact, majority of Jay-Z and Beyonce collabos are garbage.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not going to say garbage is a stretch, but they're not good.
That's fair. I'm just saying, like, at a certain point in time in the game, the people that are creating these tracks around you are all the best at what they do, right? The producer's the best at what they do. The mixer's the best at what they do. Jay-Z's the best at what he does. Beyonce's the best at what it is. So when you collab with all the best, and like you said, it hasn't always happened, but for the most part,
I'll
the
say
songs
this,
are going to be good.
most of the Khaled collaborations with J&B aren't
just
good.
don't work.
I like
it's not the right energy.
I like when it's a Beyonce record like Drunk in Love and Jay-Z
Great
does a verse
song.
on it, or Crazy in Love, Jay-Z does a verse. But when they try to do actual records together, it's like,
So here's my feeling on it. And I was thinking about, why am I not excited about this album? Why am I not drawn to this album? And I think that all the releases that we've had this year so far were so hyped because there was so much drama surrounding it. It was almost like a Game of Thrones episode. You know, all this fucked up shit was going on in Kanye's world, and then all of a sudden he drops the album. We're like, is it going to live up to these expectations? Is it going to live up to saying there were, 400 years of slavery is a choice? Is it going to live up to this? Everything, the drama, what is it called? Daytona with Pusha T, and then all of a sudden the Drake beef happens. Now you go back and you're listening to Daytona, like the Nas is finally going to have good beats. Like there was all this hype and story. It was like fucking wrestling, right? And then J&B dropped, and it was like, well, what's the story? What are they talking about? Are you talking about mental health? Are you talking about, is there something going on? Are you talking about being like a conservative black dude in Hollywood? Like, what is the thing you're talking about? What is the drama? You're still talking about fucking watches.
And this is,
I can't hear Audemars and Patek anymore. If I hear Patek Philippe again, we get it, you're rich. We get it.
You're so wrong.
Isn't it about marriage?
Exactly. And that's why he can't relate. Right. I saw Bootleg Kev online with DJ Head. He can't relate. You're not married. You don't have any kids. The whole album is about marriage. That's why I love it. Literally every song on the album is about being in love with your wife, being devoted to your wife. They got a whole song about how they met. They got a song on the album called Love Happy, where the hook is happy in love. This song is for married couples. That's why I say it's adult contemporary hip hop at the highest level. The song about friends, where he damn near verbatim addresses Kanye West in the interview he did with me, where he tells Kanye, he says, I'm not showing up to nobody's nothing if me and my wife beefing. I don't care if the house is on fire. I'm not leaving. And he's like, if you don't understand that, then we not friends. Like, maybe because...
But this is new for him, right?
For who?
For Jay.
What do you mean?
Like, that wasn't always the case with Jay.
As far as what?
I mean, if you and your wife are beefing...
Well, he's never been married.
Who, Jay? No, I mean, like, before when he was cheating on his wife, he didn't have that same energy. This is, like, new now.
Yeah.
Okay, so now he's doing it. But, like, he should at least empathize to people who weren't there because he was like that until Lemonade.
By the way, if you're married, as a married...
You were like that until you got hooked off in an elevator.
So?
All I'm saying is, like, now you're on the now you're Mr. Virtue. I'm not going nowhere if me and my wife beefing. Oh, you weren't fucking? So? You inspired an album. So? Now you switched up.
No. When you're married and I've gotten caught cheating. It's no surprise. When you get caught cheating by your wife, dude, I'm telling the truth. When you get caught cheating by your wife, nothing else matters. Carter, shut the fuck down. Burn the building down. I don't give a fuck about what nothing else is going on in my life. I'm sorry. No fucking radio show, no podcast, no nothing. I can't even think. How your wife's sister's hands, though? Huh? How your wife's sister's hands? I never got hit by, I never got swung on by my wife. I never got swung on by my wife's sister. I got swung on by my wife, though. But, like, even think about somebody like, I can go back to envy situation. I remember being in the radio station for about 2 weeks. Like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? I didn't know what was going on. He was just it was just in a different. Fog. Laying out on the floor. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, if you don't, I got on the radio one day where I'm like, I'm giving DJ and B Donkey today. Because for the past 2 weeks, this motherfucker been on some pussy shit. I don't know what the fuck is his problem. He got some other shit going on. I don't know if he want to be here no more, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when he just broke down and told us what was happening at home. And I'm like, oh. This was live? Shit. Yes. I'm like, oh. Holy shit. So it's just like, when Jay says that, that simple bar, to me, to somebody like Envy, to anybody who's married and been in that situation, they totally get it. I'm not going nowhere if me and my wife beefing. You're talking about a matter of life or death. You're talking about I might lose my fucking family. I might lose half of everything I got. Like, I'm gonna be on fucking visitation with my kids. Like, you don't, that shit is fucking serious.
Right.
So when
Kanye's supposed to know that because he's married.
Kanye said that in the interview, though. No, but see, Kanye doesn't know that because Kanye ain't been in that situation yet. But Kanye said that in the interview. Kanye said, I said to Kanye, so do you think it was because the rumors that they don't really get along with the Kardashians, they don't like the whole Kardashian lifestyle, or as we have found out, they might have been going through their own issues? And Kanye was like, I don't know. He was like, you're saying, you know, that like you said, we just found out they've been going through their own issues, so it might have been that. So that was just Jay answering it. I'm not going nowhere if me and my wife beef. Like, I get it. And first of all, who is going to be at a wedding with your wife?
Worst place.
You just cheat. That's the worst, Libby. You just cheated on your wife, and you want me to come to a wedding?
Weddings are dangerous,
What?
man.
You might get swung on in the wedding. Like, why Beyonce trying so hard? Is the pastor that fire?
Don't do it. Hey,
Is the pastor that fire? Why is he trying so hard? I was when the album dropped, I was getting ready for the MTV Movie Awards because it was on Saturday, and I presented at the Movie Awards. So I was getting ready, and then we was in the group chat. Kaz hit me. Kaz was like, "Yo, man, fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce just dropped an album." I'm like, "What?" Go to title. Everything is love. Even the title, everything is love. I listened to it. I'm like, man, you know what I immediately did? Called my wife. I was depressed as fuck. I'm like, I'm in LA, going to the movie awards, wife not here, like, I felt whack. Like, I wanted to immediately be with my wife. So that's what the album is to me. The album is just an adult contemporary hip-hop album, and I think married couples really enjoy it. Like, my wife is bumping it 100%.
So I've heard people say this exact same thing about Chris Rock's latest special.
Yeah.
Everybody who told me it was hilarious was married
And had been through a divorce.
or was married with kids. Maybe not even divorced yet, but they understood why divorce happens.
Yeah.
Because when you've been in marriage, it's fucking hard, I'm assuming, right?
That's what my wife feels about Ali Wong.
She
Ali
relates
Wong
to
special,
pregnancy. She
yeah,
relates to these things,
absolutely.
right? There's
Yeah.
something that you have there, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, I love Ali Wong. I think she's super talented. But I laid on my bed. My wife is and I'm like, what am I missing? You know
oh
what
no,
I'm
I
saying?
fuck with Ali. I think,
But it was
she's
the
great.
pregnancy stuff. It was stuff
That's fair.
Ali was talking about that I couldn't even
couldn't
just relate to. I'm talking about
Yeah, yeah.
body issues,
Yeah.
the pain felt like
Yeah.
that's only a woman that has been pregnant could really understand where Ali was coming from.
That's right. Okay. Well, with the Chris Rock thing, all of my single friends were like, the last 20 minutes were good or something like that, but the beginning stuff I didn't really get. And it really could be that. Maybe I'm listening to this album and I just don't relate to these things because I don't have a wife and I don't have
That's
kids.
all it
and
is.
I'm not.
I think all music is like that. I think all music is relatability unless you just
Except EDM.
EDM's a feeling though.
It's just heartbeat.
It's a feeling.
It's your fucking heart. When I was on Molly, I understood it.
There you go.
It was
It's a
like,
feeling.
no, dude, I did it because it was like, when you're on Molly and you don't hear music, your brain just goes to dark places, right? You need something to kind of take your brain and organize it. But once you're by this music, your brain is so focused on the music, and it's like you're in the womb again. There's all these people around you, and just oomph, oomph, oomph. Oh, it's a fucking incredible experience. Don't do drugs, but do.
I love the album. The Black Effect is hard. Friends is hard. 713 is hard. Summer is hard. Ape Shit probably my least favorite song on the album, but that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I really enjoy Jay-Z and Beyonce's album.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie. I
Now,
think it's dope.
is there any truth to the idea that like all this, what I was saying about the drama building up, the build up, like a trailer for a movie makes you excited about it? Beef, when you're looking at a boxing match, the two guys not fighting each other, but arguing in the press conferences, that gets me excited. A 24/7 gets me excited for an album drop. And they didn't have any of this. It was really just on Beyonce's equity.
I'm not gonna front. I think when it comes to my music, I think I prefer zero expectations. But I'm not even gonna say my music. That's
There's always a big expectation with Beyonce.
Not really. She's taken her last 3 albums. She's taken away all expectation because she don't do no release dates no more. She just drops. She's done this her last 3 albums. She did that with the Beyonce album.
Right.
She did that with Lemonade.
Right.
She did that with this new Jay and
I'm just saying
Beyonce
the
project.
fact that it's her music, there's going to be high expectation.
Yeah, but I think when you just drop, you don't give people time to hate. You know what I'm saying? I think
you don't give time for them to build up what this is going to be and then be let down.
because that's the era we live in. We live in the era now where people they develop these feelings. You know what I'm saying? So they already think they know what the album's gonna make them feel like, and then when the album doesn't make them feel like that, they like, it didn't live up to my expectations. Well, why'd you have expectations? Just put the music on. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like when you read a book and then you see the movie of the book.
Yes.
You're let down because
You're comparing it to the
you
book.
view the characters is so
Yeah.
different. I
The
see.
book made you feel a certain way, but the movie probably didn't.
Yeah, that's how the director saw the book.
Yes.
Yeah, not you.
Yeah. So I don't know whether I prefer no expectations. I will say this: I do feel like album release dates are overrated, and the reason I feel like album release dates are overrated is because we're walking around with the record store in our fucking hand nowadays.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think albums are probably the one thing that don't need any promo.
Yeah.
Like just drop. I'm gonna get to it. Like yo.
Yeah.
I-
Well, coming from someone who has a #1 album on Billboard,
Hey.
I would say a little bit of promo isn't that bad. You know what I mean? A nice little build up, a nice little rollout. But that's just me. That's,
I don't think it's
that's
nothing.
all
I mean,
have to say.
no. In your case, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And guys like Jay-Z, Beyonce,
When
Kanye,
you're that big, you could just drop that
Or
shit.
when you're that small. Because somebody said that to me too. What about independent artists? I'm like, first of all, let's be clear. The independent artists who are just dropping their first projects, nobody cares any fucking way.
Except your direct fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't need
so
to
put
build,
this shit
build,
out
build.
and just tell people it's there. That's all. Tell people it's there. Like, why do you care about stuff like first week sales and all that stuff like
And
that?
it might
Like,
get stepped on now. Do you think if Nas had known Jay-Z and Beyonce was going to drop, he would have pushed his? That's
So
the other
that's
thing. Once
so
you
that's
cement
the next
yourself
question,
to
right?
to
So that's the next
date,
question.
yeah.
Is does Jay-Z drop this the weekend that Nas drops as some petty shit?
no,
Is he still beefing over Ether?
not at all.
Here's another question I thought of. You know how there was a lot of gay jokes in Ether? Do you think Jay took that really seriously because his mom's gay?
I don't think Jay's thinking about Ether at all anymore. I think they way past that. I think he was past that when he signed Nas to Def Jam back in the day. Like I don't think he. It's amazing that but you look what you just said. We talked about all the drama leading up to the album.
Yeah.
Think about all the storylines that came from them dropping the album.
True.
Oh, he did that to spite Nas.
Yeah.
He did that to spite Kanye because they're in the middle of their good music run. Like,
True. He was trying to shut
they're
that
on
down.
tour.
Well, Alex said that. He's like, I was talking to Alex about it. He was like, I think that Jay and Beyonce just operate in their own world.
That's it.
And then they drop things when they drop things. They're not really, looking to other people and seeing what they're doing. or
Jay
trying
told
to
us a
make
long
things
time ago.
comfortable.
It's a great clip that they circulate every now and then on social media where Jay says, "Supreme confidence is believing in yourself." No, he said that on the Breakfast Club. Supreme confidence is believing in yourself, regardless of whatever else is going on. You move to the beat of your own drum. You're not worried about what everybody else is doing because you're so confident in what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
So they're not thinking about what everybody else is doing. Like they dropped on a Saturday. Albums nowadays drop on Fridays.
Yeah.
They dropped on Saturday in the middle of the day on their own streaming service while they're out on tour, selling out arenas all over the country. Who gives a fuck? Like they do what they want to do, and that's what happens when you get to that type of boss level. So I personally enjoyed the album. I think it'll be one of those albums that when you are married and you got kids later on in life, you'll appreciate it more.
Do you think that the youth will appreciate it?
Nah, but who gives a fuck?
Motherfuckers that want the people to show up to the concert.
I think, first of all, I'd have to look at first of all, I don't think no kids are going to Jay-Z and Beyonce concerts. I mean,
wonder. What about a little Beyonce got some younger fans? Maybe.
She probably do 20s, 30s, you know what I mean? But they don't care about everything ain't for everybody. Like they might be going to the concert to hear back catalog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure she's still performing Single Ladies. But she ain't single no more, you know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z's still doing Dirt Off Your Shoulder and Big Pimpin'. Like, you can still have a good time. Like, I don't think they care. Like, I think that we all have to get out of this mindset of trying to be all things to all people, trying to please everybody. Just create your art, man, and put it out. And who it's going to touch, it's going to touch.
That's going to be your people.
That's it. Like, everything ain't for everybody. Like, man, you'll go crazy trying to do it any other way.
Yeah.
You'll go crazy if you had to sit around thinking, well, who's going to get this joke about me saying why teachers should fuck kids? Like,
everyone.
You just created your content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's all we need to do at the end of the day is just create content. put it out. If
Yeah.
people get it, they get it. If they don't, they don't. Like,
Yeah.
you're not
Don't
gonna please
cast the net
everybody
too wide.
regardless.
Yeah.
3 people gonna like it, 3 people not gonna like it, 4 people just gonna be on the fence about it, waiting to see what the fucking majority opinion is, and then they're gonna be like, yeah, I fuck with that. Oh no, I don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a shit? Just do the art. It's art.
Yeah. There are so many people that just wait for the tide to turn and then follow it.
It's disgusting.
Those are the people that frustrate me the most.
Did you like Nas' album?
I listened to it a little bit. I listened to both of them a little bit. I wasn't too excited about it. And I was a Nas fan growing up, but again, I'm not a big music guy. I liked the sound of Jay-Z and Beyonce's album. I actually really like Beyonce rapping.
Killing it.
Dude, it was so cool to hear her rap.
I like it. Nas project.
What a talented person that you could be this amazing singer your whole career and then all of a sudden drop one album where you're rapping a little bit and then
people go crazy.
They go nuts. And you're really good at it.
Yeah.
Like, who's better than her at rapping? 5 girls?
Female wise?
Yeah.
Rhapsody.
No, I'm saying 5 girls total.
What do
You
you
could
mean?
say are going to be better than her.
I think, but see, that's yeah, I grade that on a scale too. I mean, I grade that on a curve.
Okay.
It's Beyonce.
Yeah.
It's like when you see fucking if
Dude, Jordan went to play baseball. He wasn't killing
if
it.
Cheryl Underwood dunked.
Wait, the comedian?
Yes. if Cheryl Underwood
Well, if
dunked.
any girl dunked, I'm very impressed.
But that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Like if a girl dunked, like, oh shit. Brittany Griner used to do the weakest dunks in the fucking world.
Yeah, I didn't
and be like,
respect that.
oh shit, Brittany. Yeah, because you'll be trying to swat her shit. Regardless.
Yeah, I would do that shit. No, but she don't got enough titties for it to be impressive. I feel like if you have big titties and then you dunked, then I'd be like, yo, look at that girl dunking. Like,
But that's what I mean. Like, you're impressed by it. I think it's because it's Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? It's Beyonce.
It's more. I have no expectation.
You don't have no expectation. I think no expectation is the best, man.
Key to life, low expectations.
That's why I always never tell no girl how big my penis is.
You always talk about your dick.
7 inches 3/4, 8 when it's warm out.
You have specific summer
I
sizes.
could be 11 though. I could be working with a monster. Okay. but
I don't believe in expectations. I could have an 11-inch
I
dick,
could,
by the way, guys.
But I would never reveal if I did.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? When you keep it under the, when you keep
That's
it
why the
light.
book called Shook Ones. It's just excerpts from all the girls' hips you
Bro,
broke throughout
yo, listen,
the years.
Anxiety is real as a motherfucker,
Talk to
man.
me.
I got a friend right now who had a very traumatic experience happen, and I was talking to them yesterday, and I said, they just didn't have nobody to talk to, and we just having a conversation, and she was like, "Fuck." The person was like, I went on social media and saw what they were saying about me, and I couldn't believe it. And I had a fucking panic attack. I had anxiety. So I've been on Xanax all week.
Wait, can you give us any context without revealing?
Nah, I'm just going to say the person went through a very traumatic experience. It played out in the public. The public had been talking about it, and they're putting the blame on the person, and the person had literally nothing to do with it. They were a victim in the situation as well.
Right.
And just reading the comments from people, which is so weird to me, how we just come to these conclusions about shit.
How long have you known Rich the Kid's girlfriend?
That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? She's from South Carolina. You know what I
really?
mean? Yeah. But it's just like, but you go through a traumatic experience like that,
Yeah.
and you get the blame.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And how does social media come to these conclusions? They have zero evidence. This is literally how they feel. Think about that. They have zero evidence. There is nothing pointing to her in this situation at all. This is just how they feel. Now, mind you, I could be totally wrong. Personally, I don't think I'm wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think she had anything to do with it, but it's just the point that social media came up with this whole narrative. This whole narrative. As if all the people she could be dating, she won't get Rich the Kid set up. You think Rich the Kid is the richest motherfucker that Tory Bricks has ever dealt with? Salute to Tory. I love Tory. No, honestly, have you seen Tory Bricks? Do you know the guys that Tory Bricks kicks it with?
No.
Come on, man. Like, come on. Like, if she was going to get somebody robbed, you think it'd be Rich the Kid?
Yeah.
And she makes her own money. And she gets paid from her DJ skills, but she gets paid from her looks as well. You think she's going to let somebody bust her in the fucking face?
Yeah.
Bust her fucking eye all the fuck open? Like,
Yeah.
it like I always say, it boggles my mind how people really just don't even give a fuck about the facts, the evidence, the logic or even what a person said. They go with how they feel.
I
So
mean-
being that they felt like she set Rich the Kid up, that's the narrative on social media.
That's how these conspiracies start. I mean, there are people right now saying that XXX Tentacion isn't dead. Bro.
Man, listen,
Bro,
I felt like, listen.
You heard that too, right? I'm not
They
making it
called the Breakfast Club.
up. Bro, come on.
The guy called the Breakfast Club. I gave him donkey today. A dude named Tony. This motherfucker was like, y'all up there reporting fake news. Y'all just like Fox. You know, XX Tentacion was online last night telling everybody how it was just a part of a music video and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, XX Tentacion is
XXX
dead.
Tentacion.
God bless
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
What are you talking about right now? Bro, this shit right here,
Yeah.
they talk about all of these people living in simulations. Yes, we're allowing ourselves to live in simulations through these goddamn phones.
Yeah.
People do not know the difference between reality and fantasy anymore.
They don't want to know.
They don't want to fucking know.
They want to choose the reality they live in. Why do you think video games are so popular? I would rather be in the video game, right? Where I get to live the life that I choose, look exactly how I want to look. Ready Player One did a great, had a great example of that. But yeah, it's like you can go on the internet and you can find justifications for whatever you want to believe. If you want to believe 9/11 was an inside job, you can find videos that will prove that enough to you. If you want to believe 9/11 was done by the Japanese, you could find that shit too. It doesn't matter. And that's the scary thing. When you just let anybody say anything, honestly, the world, I'm all about freedom of ideas and all this kind of stuff, but the world might have been a little bit better when you just had a few newspapers.
What have I been saying for years on this goddamn podcast? America got too much fucking freedom.
Let's go, Stalin.
I think you gotta earn your listen, you gotta earn your right to have an opinion. You gotta earn your right to report certain things. You know what I'm saying? Why do I feel like I've earned the right? Because I've been punched in the face. When you've been punched in the face, when you've been assaulted a couple
want it.
times for the words that come out of your mouth, or you got something to lose based off the words that come out of your mouth,
Yep.
you stand on your shit a little different. Y'all motherfuckers on social media, y'all just talk because y'all don't got shit to lose. Y'all don't gain anything by saying certain shit. All y'all want is followers and motherfucking retweets any goddamn way. And y'all just want to be a part of the crowd because all of y'all is a bunch of group thinkers.
That's right.
So if you see 100 people online going with one narrative, you jump over on that narrative because it takes too much security in yourself, too much confidence to stand on your own motherfucking opinion
people
and be
are
like,
afraid.
nah, that don't sound fucking right,
They want
bro.
the comfort of the group. They're afraid. That's why they'll jump on any bandwagon they could possibly go through. But as far as like, I've realized, and we've spoken about this on a podcast, but like you even look at it in terms of like this takedown culture,
Cancel culture.
cancel culture. That's a better way of saying it. What cancel culture is what it's referring to is when people go, oh, you're canceled. We're getting you out of here. We're stopping your bag, all that kind of shit. Back in the day, you had to leave your house and you had to picket. You know, like if you wanted to boycott Cosby or something like that, you had to go to NBC and make a fucking sign. You had to do arts and crafts. You had to get markers. You had to get poster board. You had to get wood and shit like that. You had to take a day off and go. The fact that you could just tweet now,
Hashtags.
hashtag, and then that's it. It's the minimal effort for activism. It's literally zero. I'd almost prefer if we went back. No, I think I would prefer if we went back to the picket lines and standing out in front of buildings.
That's why protests are so dope now, though.
Yeah, but then you find out who really cares.
Yeah,
Is it
100%.
worth half of your day?
100%.
Is it really? Because it's easy to
100%.
write a little fucking post and throw it up there on Instagram.
100%.
And you look so woke and you look so aware, but you don't really give a fuck.
And
you
we don't-
give a fuck to donate 10 seconds of your time.
And by the way, we don't celebrate the people who actually do show up. That's just the truth, man.
No,
We don't celebrate.
care. We celebrate a bomb tweet.
Exactly. We don't celebrate Tamika Mallory. We don't celebrate Myson and Linda Sarsour. They show up all the time.
They have a big following.
Yeah, but they
have a
show
big
up though.
following.
They
Yeah,
show
yeah,
up
yeah.
all the time. If there's an injustice somewhere, they pulling up, and they rallying people to come mobilize and stuff like that. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Whether I agree with what they're protesting against or what they're protesting for, it don't matter. The fact that they're showing up and they're doing the work, I respect that. But when I see people hit me up and tell me that XX Tentacion is alive, I'm reminded by two things.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of two things.
Yeah.
Number one, the youth will always be the youth, because I'm not even going to sit here and slander y'all too much, because we did the same thing with Tupac. Right?
For years.
He
was wearing the 11s.
I'm still
How's he dead if he got the 11s on?
I'm still skeptical. Right?
He's in Cuba.
I'm still skeptical. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck would he go to Cuba?
I just respect the fact if he was still alive, the fact he could stay away from all this pop and fame. Pac would be the man right now. You know how much pussy Pac? Do you know who Pac could fuck if he can't? I'm sorry. We have a woman in the room. Do you know who Pac?
She's heard these words.
Do you know the amount of?
She's also fucked.
Do you know the amount of women suitors Pac would have?
We went straight Shakespeare. Tell me about thou.
I'm just saying. So I understand, people loving someone that much where they don't want to let them go. I mean, shit, white people did it with Elvis. You know what I mean? Like, I understand loving somebody that much that you don't want to let them go. But he's Tentacion has passed. And I'm going to tell you what else, why this scares so much of this generation. Because this is the first time you're seeing somebody from your generation actually deal with real life consequences. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like a drug overdose. You kind of caused that on yourself, even though that's a wake up call for a lot of kids too. I saw a lot of kids when little Cuban, I don't even know. Lil Xan's still alive. Lil who? Lil Peep.
Yeah.
Peep or Pete?
Peep.
Lil Peep.
Yeah.
When Lil Peep died earlier this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of kids saying, I'm going to stay off the lean, I'm going to stay off the pills, whatever. I think it's the same thing with XX Tentacion. When they see somebody actually get clapped.
I just want to do like a cut of you saying XX.
What's the brother's name? God bless the brother. I don't want to. What's his name? What's his real name?
We need a flash
We should
cut.
be calling him by his real name. What's his real name?
Onofre or something like that?
No, that don't even sound right.
No, he has a name like that. It's
no way. That's
I
something
promise
coming
you,
to America.
Onfre or something like that. How do you pronounce it?
When you see somebody get what's his name?
No. Jase.
Okay, XXX Tentacion. It's easier to pronounce than that. When you see somebody like that get clapped at 20 years old, I don't know much about the guy. From what I'm hearing, he was trying to make a positive turn in his life. But most of the time when I was tuning into him, he was saying things like, yo, kill me next time so I don't talk shit. I saw him say one time, if I get killed, Champagne Poppy did it. I heard him on another video saying, if I die a tragic death, it don't matter. My music will touch people. Like, he was a very dark individual. I saw him even dabbling in like Satan worship at one point. You know what I mean? So I don't know anything about him other than that. So what I will say, and this is all I'll say on the situation, because I say God bless the brother, and I hate to see anybody get killed. I will say that there is power in the tongue. And I think that we all need to read Proverbs 18:21. That says the tongue has the power of life or death. And I'm not saying that he spoke this into existence, but I will say I have no evidence to say that he didn't.
Right.
And for those of us who are listening to this saying, I don't believe that shit, you can't speak things into existence. Well, you don't know that you can't either. You know what I'm saying? So don't say you can't do it.
Well, we know you can speak things into existence.
People don't believe that shit. People think it only works with the positive. They don't think it works with the negative.
I think it works even more for the negative.
100%.
I think
that's why anxiety is so dangerous.
Not only anxiety, I think that's why like victimology is dangerous.
Because you can remain a victim.
Like, if you see yourself as a victim, it's very hard to be a victor, right? If you every day are looking at yourself and saying, oh, I'm a victim constantly, I can't accomplish this, the world is holding me down, that's in your mind. Every audition you go to, every job you apply for, it's in your mind. You won't get it. You can't succeed.
And the universe will give you exactly what you asked for.
That's what's so dangerous
what y'all
about
say.
it. In my mind.
I can only tell you what I've seen in my life. Good and bad. I believe the law of attraction is real. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, any of that shit can happen to any of us. It can happen to the most positive, life-loving person in the world. Anybody can get in a car accident. Anybody can get shot. Like, it can happen to anybody, right? But I'm not going to assist the universe. I'm not going to rush the motherfucking process by saying shit like, if I ain't dead in 48 hours, y'all niggas pussy.
Right.
Nobody got time for that shit. Why do y'all speak so much death? So why does Tekashi 6ix9ine speak so much death? Why was XX Tentacion speaking so much death?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Snoop Dogg was on Breakfast Club. Snoop Dogg said he wrote murder was the case before he had a murder charge.
And then he's like, am I putting this shit out in the world?
He said, when I look at all the rappers that were talking about death, they dead. So he started using his pen to write life. My people speak life. That's all I'm gonna tell all you kids. All you kids that are going through things, that are depressed, that are dealing with anxiety like I am, that aren't happy with life. Yo, just speak life. Don't be down. Don't try as best as you can not to be down on yourself.
I think that's what so many people saw in X. to be honest with you. And I think as he like transitioned and he started to become this more positive force and this person who was like, be comfortable being yourself, even if it's weird, I think he touched a lot of people in that way through positive light, you know, and I think that's why he had these fans that were so fucking devout, you know, and there was tons of controversy that went along with him. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I even asked you guys yesterday, I was like, did he have impending charges? And
yeah, he had domestic violence charges. By the way, which I'm not going to say I don't care about them, because that's not an accurate statement.
Right.
What I'm going to say is that man is dead.
Right.
So judging that man's life now, it really means nothing.
Well, did you see Jadena's tweet? I thought he had a really interesting tweet.
I do. I get it. I mean, listen, by the way, and I shouldn't be saying this at this time because it's kind of selfish, but how long have I been saying they would never let Malcolm Little become Malcolm X? How long have I been saying that?
What do you mean?
How long have I been saying that statement? This generation will never let Malcolm Little become Malcolm X. Now, all of a sudden, Jadena tweets out, if Malcolm X would have died at 20, then he wouldn't have become the Malcolm X we know. And his tweet riffing. Okay? This is all about credit right now. That's all.
Get your credit, bro.
I want my little credit. That's all. I got this. I wrote this in my book. I've been saying this for years. This same statement. This same sentiment. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all full of shit with that. And I'm going to tell you why you full of shit with that. I just had this conversation with my intern.
I'm getting up the tweet, but go on.
That's all y'all do is take people's past and try to ruin them, no matter how much they've grown and how much they've evolved. Shut the fuck up. You did it with Bill Cosby. You did it with Nate Parker. Nate Parker came out with Birth of a Nation, caught a rape charge 17 years ago, got found not guilty. Y'all dug that shit back up to bury him. So stop talking to me about how y'all was gonna let somebody grow and evolve. That's all y'all do is hold people accountable for shit they did when they was fucking kids. So shut the fuck up with that dumbass tweet. If Extension, if Malcolm X would have died at 20, he wouldn't have been the Malcolm X. Y'all don't let people grow. Y'all do not let motherfuckers grow. Stop it.
It's that takedown culture, man. It's that cancel culture. I'm looking for the tweet that he said, but it's.
You trying to spell Jadena? That's what you.
I don't know how to do that. What the fuck? How many D's is in it, bro? What the hell?
He got attacked for that tweet a lot too.
He did.
A lot of people didn't like it. They think whoever it should be held accountable, basically.
So here's the thing that I've been thinking about. Basically, the tweet was, at 20 years old, Malcolm X was an abuser, a drug user, and he was a pimp, right? So if he died at 20, that's how we would remember him, right?
No. If he died at 20, we wouldn't know him.
Well, a couple bitches would.
There would be no Malcolm X. We wouldn't know anything about him. There would be nothing.
So
Malcolm Little would have just been another nigga in Harlem that died.
So what he's trying to say is like, yo, I believe that people can change.
That's a fact, though.
Now, I look at this situation and I'm like, if everything happens for a reason, and I try to believe everything does happen for a reason, I go, what is the reason for this? Why is he killed? What happened here? And I'm starting to think like this dude, XXXTentacion, really affected a lot of people positively. A lot of people say he saved their life, like truly believe that his message, his music, what he was talking about saved their life, right? And I think I go back to that saying all the time, which is you either, die a hero, live long enough to become a villain, right? Yeah. And I think what happens is if he kept on living, right, potentially, and gets convicted of these charges, which are really serious, right, it affects his legacy, but it also affects the positive influence, right? Almost similar to Cosby. If Cosby died before Me Too, Cosby dies a hero. Cosby dies someone that we look up to, someone who is an amazing father figure, someone who's amazing representation of not only a creative, a comedian, a black man empowering and changing stereotypes. Do you know what I mean?
Pac got convicted of rape. And Pac still was considered a hero and somebody that was positive and influential. Like, I think that, man.
I'm just saying, but back to this point, right? I'm just saying is like, if he did that, we would have a completely different perception of Cosby and he would still be some people's hero, right? But what happens is he gets, convicted of this and now he's no longer somebody's hero or somebody's influence, right? And I think
Cosby may not be the best example, and I take it back even when I said Cosby, only because he did so much for so long and he was bullshitting. I use people like Kobe Bryant. Like when Kobe won his Oscar and they bought back up the rape charge that he
Sure.
had. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
Yeah,
like, oh, he shouldn't get an Oscar because this and that. Blah,
But he
blah,
was
blah,
acquitted
blah.
of that.
Yeah, exactly. Nate
So-
Parker, same thing with Nate Parker. Nate Parker got found guilty. Like,
Right.
all of these guys got found not guilty.
Sure.
17 years later, they grew, they evolved, they're different human beings
Sure,
now.
sure.
Why are they being crucified for
No,
what they
I'm
did when they
with
were
you
kids?
1,000% on that. I'm just saying, like, the reason for his death, right? So, like, let's say if the world operates in this way where there's a reason for everything, right? If it does, if we're assuming that, right? And then you have this guy.
Niggas is crazy.
Sometimes maybe, yo,
All right.
yo, sometimes. But if it does operate in that way, right? And then let's say he dies, right? He dies before he's convicted of these, horrendous charges, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by dying before he's convicted of the charges, those people that he influenced positively never get to see their hero convicted of this awful stuff. So he gets to continue living as this positive influence. His legacy remains this positive influence. His with on the world and the people that he saved remains positive.
I see where you're going.
But also those people that he allegedly hurt, if he did hurt them, they also get closure. They also see somebody who did potentially, hypothetically, allegedly horrible acts to them pass.
Well, one of the victims.
So now everybody, weirdly enough, everybody that's been affected both positively and negatively gets what they want. Think about that.
I disagree
That's
because
crazy.
the people
but that's how the world works. The world works in mysterious ways, and this might be one of them.
I see what you're saying, but I disagree because the people who he affected positively, they're gonna ride with him regardless, bro. They never believed any of those girls anyway.
It's
Those
hard,
are the ones that those are the ones that were harassing that girl. Those are the ones that saying the
Sure.
girl was lying. The girl actually went to the guy's vigil yesterday and left some stuff, and the fans burnt it. Cause they feel you didn't see her crying online. She was crying online, like, why would y'all burn the stuff that I left? Like, she was like, yo, I can still mourn for this guy. Like, and she's absolutely right. Isn't he the father of her child? Right?
I don't know if they.
Yeah, they had a baby. She was pregnant, so he's the father of her child.
I don't know if they did have the baby, but
Well, I don't know if she was pregnant at one point by him. So at some point she had some love for this guy. You know what I'm saying? So yes, she did get abused by this man, but that don't mean she still didn't have some love for him. So she went out there to put some stuff in the vigil and they burnt it. So that lets me know those people out there don't care about her.
well, they don't.
They don't.
That's for sure. But I think that once a person's legacy has been tainted, it's harder to keep them as a positive influence. Like there are people who probably still ride with Cosby, right? They really fuck with Cosby still to this day. But I think the majority of people, at least now, are like, all right, maybe I shouldn't really fuck with that guy. Maybe he wasn't as good as I think he was, etc.
I think we might have to revisit Cosby's legacy, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Talk to me.
Just real quick. This
Talk
is
to
a
me.
quick side. Bro, when you fuck with something, you fuck with it.
Okay.
I don't know how much we fucked with the Cosby Show, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I think people fucked with Different World more than they fucked with the Cosby Show.
Wasn't the Cosby Show the #1 show in the world?
Yes, but I'm talking about emotional connection, emotional attachment. When it comes to Different World, I've heard people say, I went to college because of A Different World. People ain't never came to me with the Cosby Show and be like, I wanted to be a doctor because of the Cosby Show. I wanted to be a lawyer because of the Cosby Show. Like, people are really on some take it or leave it shit with the Cosby Show, bro.
What about the way it affected non-black people?
That's true. I know.
That's what you're
That's
getting
real.
at, right?
What?
No. Like I think the Cosby Show in a lot of ways was white America's first example, unfortunately, but first example of
what you're
this
saying.
affluent,
what you're saying.
eloquent,
These guys aren't so bad.
elegant black family, right?
I like that too.
And
Okay.
you're seeing a black doctor, and then all of a sudden you're seeing a family dynamic that's exactly like yours, right? And white America is sitting there every single night relating to this family because it's just like their fucking family.
Right.
And then from that, they start seeing the black dude at work or they start seeing the black dude at the subway and they're like, yo, he probably got the same fucking problems I got or whatever. So
it helps with perception. It helps
Exactly.
with the perception of the black
More-
family in
more
America.
there's an old Grand Poobah line that goes, I can relate to good times, but the Cosby's only sometimes. And
That's real.
kind of what you're saying.
Yes.
It's like,
I
it
got-
might have been more for the white experience than anything else.
but that white experience also ends up helping the
And
black
that's how you
experience.
get 200 million, viewers. every week or
Absolutely.
whatever the number
I
was.
mean, not that, but yeah, but
Because when I
crazy.
think about it, bro, and I'm not saying this, I'm not just not a revisionist history. I was just going through my mental Rolodex. I liked Cosby Show. I liked it.
Yeah.
I wasn't in love.
agree. I felt
I wasn't in love with the Cosby Show. Like it's got some memorable episodes and it's funny and shit like that. But it wasn't like, oh my shit, the Cosby. But I loved Different World.
Yeah.
I loved Martin. You know what I'm saying? I loved In Living
Martin was
Color.
the shit.
You know what I mean? I
Yo, but
loved
maybe
Living
that's an age
Single.
thing,
But
dog.
that was also hip hop. Those shows were hip hop.
No, but maybe
Cosby
it's what we
was
were saying
R&B.
with age.
Cosby was jazz.
No, like
That's
you were
true.
just describing Jay-Z and Beyonce's
Yeah.
album and why I couldn't get it, but you could get it because
Yeah.
you're at a point in your life where you understood it. We were kids when Cosby was out.
Yeah.
It's not for us.
You know what? I was talking to
for our
somebody the other day. I
parents.
forgot who I was having a conversation with, but I was saying that I really loved the Cosby Show towards the end when Erica Alexander came on as Pam. Because that's when it started to get hip hop. That's when they brought Pam and her friends from the hood on. Like for whatever reason, that was just more relatable. And I'm not. And by the way, I used to like Cosby Show a lot, like it. But I don't think I have an emotional attachment to the Cosby Show, bro.
Are you saying okay? That's
So
fair enough.
I think that's why it's so easy.
So you're fine if he was a rapist, but if Martin was a rapist, that's a problem.
No, I'm not fine with him being a rapist. I just don't think people have the emotional connection to Cosby that they do to an XXXTentacion's music, these kids.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
a Tupac's music. You know what I'm saying?
No way, yeah.
So-
Music is different, dude. Music gets you through depression. Music gets you through anxiety. Music gets you through, it like can literally shift your mood. You ever having a horrible fucking day and you put on, so you're in a breakup, right? It's just awful and you put on some music and like, oh, I actually feel better today. You have lifted my mood. A lot of times that's what podcasts do to people. It's like I hear people all the time. I'm sure you get DMs all the time. People going, dude, I've been so fucking depressed. You guys got me through my depression. You literally saved my life. Like there are people who have gotten DMs from us and they've literally said they want to kill themselves and they listened to the podcast and it pushed them. I got one fucking
X sent
DM.
you some shit, right?
Oh yeah. X back in the day. I did a Vlad interview and he reached out afterwards because I told him I was like, he's a superstar. He doesn't need the beef. Like some of these rappers, they're not good at rapping. Not good enough at rapping and making music, so they have to have something else, which is beef, right? To stir up the excitement. Just like some boxers, they're not good enough at boxing. They need to, have antics in the ring. Like Ricardo Mayorga. I remember he smoked cigarettes in the ring and he like
I used to
basically
love
asked the
him.
guy, and he was amazing.
But
He wasn't
couldn't fight
good.
worth shit.
He couldn't fight, right? Wax fight better than him. It's a different guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I just, we spoke and he was a big fan of Guy Code and he was like, dude, I was really depressed and like, you guys would get me through my depression and shit like that. I watched so much Guy Code. I'm thankful for that. And I told him, I was like, look, you're doing the exact same thing for other people, man. You're connecting with these folks,
Yeah, man. It's sad, like when you even talk about how a lot of the beef that X used to have, and that's what I used to know him for as well. And it's like, man, yo, you can start making a change in your life.
But they might not.
It might be a motherfucker you told suck your dick 3 years ago. Oh, I finally caught that motherfucker slipping. You don't know why. I don't know why that young man is dead right now. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is
They said they robbed him. But I guess you do that if
you don't know,
gonna
but you
kill
don't know what it was over. We really don't know what it was over. I know I see some stupid motherfucker online tweeting. He tweeted out some shit like, just shot XXX about to go viral. Then he deleted his whole Twitter page, and then he did.
You're talking about the kid?
Don't say his name
The red mask and all that.
because we don't know if all that shit is real. All I'm saying is, if I was a Broward County police officer, I know who I'd be calling in for questioning.
You want to know what's crazy about that? That kid who you were referencing, his Instagram page jumped up 400,000 subscribers.
Because we're retarded. Human beings are retarded creatures, man.
Think about that right there, yo. That says everything you need to know
Shit is depressing,
about.
bro.
That says everything you need to know about humanity. We're drawn to the violence. We're drawn to everything we're afraid of. We're drawn to World Star for the fights. We're not on World Star to watch some like father dance with his daughter in like a ballet recital. We're there to see someone get knocked the fuck out.
All of those
Slump.
people are probably tuning in to see if he gives more clues as to whether or not he had something to do with the murder of X. What y'all need to be doing is calling all your local police departments. You know what I'm saying? And sending every local police department right to that
They're
motherfucker's
doing
social
it. I
mean
see
page.
people
I see them
adding
doing
Broward
that.
County
I saw
police
Broward County.
department.
They released a statement saying, thank you for all your tips via social media.
Yeah.
So they're probably waiting back for some forensic evidence, you know what I mean, to come back. And yeah, they're going to make an arrest. And I
Yo.
can't motherfucking wait.
What do you think about? I was thinking about this the other day. Like, you know how we tell people. I don't know if we tell them, but like, if you're going through a rough neighborhood and you got a chain, do you tuck it in?
But if I know I'm going through a rough neighborhood, I'm not even going to wear the chain.
You're not even gonna wear the chain, right? And you would tell your friends, "Yo, it's a little wild out there. I wouldn't wear the nice watch. I wouldn't wear the chain, right? Because you looking out for someone's safety, right? But if you see a girl dressed scandalously, and you say, "Hey, I wouldn't dress like that. Some crazy people out there," the reaction is, "How dare you tell me how to dress? People shouldn't." sexually harass me no matter how I dress. I should be able to dress wherever I fuck I want. Yes, you should be able to dress however you want. And I should be able to walk in a neighborhood with a fucking chain and watch.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a couple people out there that might take my shit.
There's wolves out there.
And they might take your shit.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. Why is it so... Why do we turn
don't get me
every...
wrong. I mean, I get what you're saying. Guys get upset about that shit too, though. Guys, because they don't want to be pussy. I ain't pussy. I ain't say you pussy. I ain't say nothing
even
about
worse.
you being pussy.
Be pussy. You stay alive.
but I didn't say nothing about you being pussy. I'm just telling you what's out there.
That's all I'm saying. Like, you're trying to protect them, right?
That's it.
You're trying to protect them. And I feel like that's the shit that annoys me so much about, like, this new, like, super feminists, where it's like these uber feminists, the toxic feminists, is like they've shifted everything that men do to protect women and turned it into oppress. I'm not saying you can't dress slutty. Do whatever you fucking want. All I'm saying is I know there's some douchebag dudes out there. And if I'm not with you, what is talking to them going to do, Chris?
It's better.
That's going to stop her from getting raped?
Talk to them.
Yeah,
That's going to stop her, Chris?
No, Chris isn't wrong. Neither one of y'all are wrong, but Chris isn't wrong. Yeah.
Talk to them.
Yeah,
Listen,
talk to these dumbass dudes.
How am I supposed to know who they are?
That's your
Just tell-
assignment.
I mean,
I'm Batman, Chris. I gotta just be on top of buildings, looking out for
confidence in
dudes
you,
sexually
man.
harassing girls.
I think
But
you're a
no,
talented guy.
you- no,
I think
no,
you're a
listen,
talented
listen,
guy.
no.
That's what you want me to
You can
do.
do it.
Just
But
hang
you
out on
can
top
do
of
it.
buildings. I'm
You can
Deadpool.
do it.
All right, that's what's up. No, I'm Daredevil. That's what I'm gonna do.
It works
Yeah.
both ways, though.
Yeah.
Because you're telling this girl to look out for these
Yeah.
potential guys, these imaginary guys that may or may not exist.
Yeah.
So you got to talk to these guys the same thing about these imaginary girls, potential girls. They may fucking
but that's
sexually
the
assault.
shit. But that's the shit I hate. That's the narrative I hate, which is this idea like we don't hate rapists. We don't hate sexual assaulters. The worst men hate rapists. 100%. You go to prison, right? There's a dude who got 40 bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
A rapist comes in as his cellmate. What happens to that rapist?
He gonna get beat up and raped.
It's gonna be 41. It's gonna be 41 murders that dude got.
100%.
He gets because we hate them.
Yeah.
We fucking hate those
Which is
dudes.
Stupid. That's a dumb. I mean, I get it, but it's so fucking stupid.
Which is what?
Nigga, you killed 40 people. You ain't no better than this man.
But he
might be worse. All right, you might be worse. At least you took
We
somebody's
don't know
whole
what those
life.
40 dudes did. Maybe
Hey,
they
man,
raped.
you took somebody's whole life.
Maybe they raped.
Yeah,
If you rape, you gotta go.
I'm just saying. I don't.
My
like,
feeling is
I don't
this is
those
like I think that men are
sins.
way more protective of women than we are oppressive, and the narrative has been changed to act like we are oppressive. Right? Even throughout history, you look throughout history. I'm talking about way back in the day. This idea, like, oh, for thousands of years you held women back from what? We're gonna go to war. You want to come, or you want to just not go? We'll die, so you don't have to die because we love you.
I am impressed. I'm gonna tell you something about Andrew Schultz. I am impressed at Andrew's ability to turn anything into a war on feminists. We were in here talking about a rapper getting murdered, and he somehow spun this into an attack.
I'm telling
on
you,
feminists.
it's just toxic feminism because I'm a feminist. I want women to have equality and all this shit. All I'm saying is the more I look at it, right, and the more the shit is spun, it's like, no, I think that we're just protective. When a dude was like, hey, you don't have to go to work. You know what work was back in the day? Laying fucking railroads, going into a coal mine. You want the woman you love to do that every day? If you could afford for her to not do that, that's a beautiful thing.
It's interesting though. They do it to guys now too. Like, guys, if you put on a white t-shirt and some gray sweatpants, like, where you going dressed like a thought? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, I see your dick print.
Word is born. Girl, be honest.
Put
like
on
that.
another pair of underwear.
We had Terry Crews on the show, and you know, Terry was talking about being molested, which it shouldn't sound funny, but it does sound funny.
Wait, how is he? How old? Because that's a big dude.
Whenever the guy grabbed his dick, the agent, he called that molestation.
That ain't molestation. That's you pussy. You know what I mean? That motherfucker tried to fight you and you said no.
But whatever. Okay,
dude, grab your dick.
He got his penis grabbed, but he had a good reasoning. But I asked him what his wife thought about that, right? Mm-hmm. And he was like, his wife is the one who trained him not to react in a certain way, because he said what people don't know is I've been knocking motherfuckers out in Hollywood
for grabbing your dick,
for trying him. Like,
okay, so if that many people are trying you. If that many people are trying you, Terry, maybe you should stop flipping your titties in every single video.
That's what I said
that's
to him.
All he does is make his titties shake.
I said people said that to him. I said people have said, well, Terry, you always got your shirt off, you doing your pecs, you've played gay roles. So, like, I said that. I've seen people say that. That's all bullshit, though.
What you mean?
So what if he's doing that? That don't mean I don't give a man the right to walk up to you and grab your dick.
No, you shouldn't grab somebody's dick. Okay? That being said, that's a brave motherfucker.
Not really.
Dude, Terry Crews is an ex-football player. He's probably 220 pounds. Solid muscle. This agent was what?
rich,
5'9"
powerful,
and rich.
famous. I mean, not famous, but rich, powerful. He was abusing his power. Like, we talking about physical power.
Also, if he's a white dude, it's a joke. This is another thing you have to understand. Like in white culture, dick touching is very prevalent.
This
we
is
have
a
to
joke.
respect
This is a
cultures.
joke. This
We
is a
have
joke.
to respect
This is a joke.
cultures here.
This right here. Now
Do we
imagine
not
this is a
respect
dick.
cultures or not?
No, imagine this is a dick. This is a dick.
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Yeah. Oh, first of all, you can only touch on the back of your hand. It
That's
has
what
to be
I'm
the
saying.
nail side. If you touch on
You
like
don't
the
think that's
palm
what it
side,
was?
From what it seemed, it was like.
man, stop playing. Ain't none of that shit. Come on, yo. Nah. No,
it was a
stop
flip.
biting your lip. Yo, get your fucking teeth off your lip, bro. You can't touch my dick with your teeth on your
That's what I
lip.
was told. It was a sensual grab, and it was.
Nah, it was no
No,
sensual
in front of
grab.
his
It's not white boy fun. Trust me, I'm an expert on
He
white
wasn't
boy
trying to have
fun.
no white boy
He
fun.
was. The wife is right there. You think he's really trying to seduce him in front of the wife? You think he's like, yo, I'm gonna grab his dick and he's gonna leave this
He's
chick?
trying to fuck.
Nah.
I ain't trying to seduce shit. I want to fuck.
Nah, he's not trying to fuck. The wife is right there. He's just trying to do a little dick tap. Yo, we homies. Yo, bro, I don't even feel comfortable with you looking at me like that. The way you fucking looking at me. Yo, unsquint your eyes, bro. Don't ever squint your eyes and grab a microphone in that manner, bro. Yeah.
Terry Crews is serious about this shit.
What do you mean?
Because we was just having an interview about the movie Sorry to Bother You.
Okay.
And he went off. I mean,
What'd he say?
He just went on a whole 15-minute rant
What'd he say?
about the Me Too movement and him being molested and assaulted and this and that. I'm like,
You too big to be molested.
I can't
Dude,
say that.
nah, bro. If you're 220 and
I
you're being
can't-
molested by a guy 5'8", you're not being molested. You're being pussy.
I mean, I know that sounds
Knock
good.
him out.
I can't tell a man how he should react because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. The fact that he is a 6'4", 200-something pound black man, as soon as you put hands on this white guy, the optics of that look crazy.
yeah, until you explain that the white guy caressed your cock and balls. Right? And then the judge goes, oh, you were being sexually assaulted? Yeah, people get knocked out.
The judge goes, you big sexy motherfucker, you can't take a man grabbing your balls?
Man up.
All that toxic masculinity.
I'm saying, you play-
By the way, they would have said Terry was full of toxic masculinity.
Son,
he just grabbed your balls.
You're telling me you play football your entire career. You're in locker rooms with dudes, right? For fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
You never had a ball tap or an ass slap or none of that kind of shit.
Yeah, but it's a difference between a ball tap and an ass slap and a fucking sensual
You want to know what the
grab,
difference
man.
is? You liked it.
Nah.
You liked it, Terry, and that's what you fucking dealing with. That's what it was. What?
Thou doth protest too much? Is that what
Thou
you're saying?
doth protest too much, fam. I'm saying, bro, the reason white boys were so comfortable with the gay shit is because we're not worried about the gay shit. If you that worried about it, what you hiding, bro?
Or maybe you just got violated.
Maybe you missed that locker room.
Maybe you
Where's
just got
Sandusky
maybe
at?
you just got violated. Didn't you say a dude grabbed your ass and you didn't know what to do?
When?
Remember you said some Asian, a manager grabbed the film director, grabbed your ass.
Oh
or
yeah,
some shit?
director. Yeah. I shook that shit off like a pro. You know what I'm saying? Some of us want to make it in this business. You know what I mean? Some of us don't care, apparently.
See, but that's the thing. He felt later on. Listen, I cannot tell nobody when they can and cannot feel victimized.
Damn, like, you really gonna carry that all day? A dude just touched a little bit of your dick, like, whatever. Like, come on. That's really that big a deal? Chris, you won't touch Chris's dick right there. I can slap Chris's dick right now, and I feel
You talking
no...
about
You
slapping.
could slap my dick right
Give
now,
it a
I feel
sensual
nothing.
grab.
Nothing.
Give it a sensual grab, hold it for 2 seconds, and look him in the eye.
I would allow Chris to do that. Chris, you can hold my dick for 2 seconds if you want. Let me get it warmed up. Let me
got
get
a blue
warmed.
chew?
I
You
can't
got a
have
blue
it be
chew?
all soft. I need a
got
little
a
blue
wet
chew.
The fuck is a blue chew?
Son, they go about to get a free ad. I don't give a fuck.
What the fuck is a blue chew?
Bro,
That's like some adult
I took a
pedophile
dick
shit?
pill, son. This shit was amazing, bro.
Blue Chew?
It's called Blue Chew. I'm still
What the
bouncing off
fuck?
this shit. It made Alex's dick bigger. Alex literally said to me, he goes, son, because Alex took it as well. We were doing it for Flagrant 2. It's an ad. You can get the pills at BlueChew.com. This is a free fucking ad. This is how much I believe in this shit. BlueChew.com and use the code Flagrant.
Not
That shit-
Viagra?
So it's a same as Viagra. So
Okay.
Viagra's like on the free market now. So any company can make it using the same. Bro, the crazy shit about it, I'm like, yo, I could last longer. I could literally last longer. It still felt good. Didn't numb my dick like those stupid condoms that numb it so you can last longer. You're hard. You're in control. You last longer. And then Alex goes, yo, I know. He goes, but did it make it bigger? And I was like, Alex, no. It didn't. It didn't make it
I can see
bigger.
why
at
it make
all.
it bigger because more blood probably is going to it.
For him, I'm maxed out. I think I'm topped out with
Got
my
you,
dick.
got you.
I don't got any extra. Apparently, Alex got a little extra. But the point is, this shit was
Really? Where you get it from?
Blue Chew, bro.
You got to order it offline?
Yeah, you go online.
Listen, man, I'm always down there.
Yo, my shit.
I'm always down to enhance my sexual experience.
Charlotte, I'm
You don't got to tell me twice. I'm going on vacation next week. You don't got to tell me twice, goddamn.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Did you take it with some liquor? It was just all pill?
No, I did no liquor, nothing, all pill. It was
Really?
daytime. Daytime.
Blue Chew tablets for sale have a better erection.
Bro, but here's the thing. It was fun. It's like Molly for your dick. It was a fun fucking sexual experience, but to have the control, and then when I nutted, oh my God, dude.
I'm on it.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was
I've
one
done
of,
it twice.
dude,
I just favorited it to go back and read it
fam,
later.
I've been nutting in silence for the last maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 years. I've been nutting in silence.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of sex, you can nut in silence. I literally, as I came, I went, I had a fucking noticeable, there was like it just came out of me, bro. It was something I could not control.
Pill look big as shit.
Yeah, but you chew it. You ain't gotta swallow it.
Oh, so it's like
chewable.
gum.
But take half, bro. I took half. My shit was.
Wow.
Son, he said he was getting boners the next day.
Who'd you fuck? I mean, was it something enjoyable that you didn't mind spending time with? Okay, one of them chicks from the Horrible Decisions. Okay, no doubt. What about you? How long you fuck, Show?
Listen, but don't worry about me, bro. Don't worry about me.
it's going
This
down,
is all
though.
hypotheticals. You know what I mean? 12 minutes.
That's dope.
Yeah, bro.
12 minutes is a long time.
It is.
Yeah, let's pay some bills.
All right. This podcast, I need you to know this. Today's podcast is also brought to you by Talkspace, okay? The online therapy company that lets you message a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. All you need is a computer or a phone with some internet connection or the Talkspace mobile app, okay? That means you can improve your mental health even if you had trouble making time for it in the past. I can't tell you guys how important mental health is. We talk about it on this show week after week. If you are nervous to go and get a traditional therapy session, which I understand a lot of people are, they associate maybe some sort of shame with that. This is a perfect way to, or awkwardness. You're talking to a complete stranger about the most vulnerable things in your life. What you do have to understand is these complete strangers are actually incredible at making you feel comfortable being vulnerable. That is their job in a lot of ways. But that being said, this is a perfect way to get into the field. This is the gateway drug, if you will, to therapy. Okay, you literally can text. You can literally have a phone call. And to be honest, there's some anonymity that exists in a phone call and text that doesn't exist in a person-to-person interaction. You can feel more vulnerable. You can share more with someone knowing that you might not see them.
You don't have to make eye contact.
Nothing.
For me, it's stressful in therapy, like having to
look them in the eye and share
like
these
I use
fucking...
my hand and then I see her eyes following my hand. And I'm just like, yo, just listen to me, man. Like,
Yo, just hear what I have to say. All I'm saying is I would try it if I were you. Obviously, you know, both of my parents have been in therapy as long as I've been alive, and I've gone to therapy, you know, for I guess I would assume on and off the majority of my life. I think it's a really important thing to do. But if you're dealing with anything, especially something that you don't know what's bothering you, that's when I think therapy is at its most helpful. If you know the exact thing that's bothering you, then yeah, you're stressed about it, but you know what it is. You know, a lot of times you'll just be anxious. You might get panic attacks. You might have depression and have no fucking clue what is causing it. That's when you talk to a professional. A professional can help you and work through these types of issues. So if I were you, I would go to, you got to go to Talkspace.com and then you put the offer code in, IDIOT, and you get $45 off your first month and show your support for this show. That's IDIOT and Talkspace.com/idiot. Okay. Our code is IDIOT and it's Talkspace.com/idiot. Talkspace, therapy for how we live today. Okay. Anxiety is real. And also there's a great book that will be coming out in the fall called Shook Ones, and you should read it, and it will
help you with your anxiety.
There you go. I got some shows coming up. Get your tickets early. I'm telling you, man. Don't let these shows sell out. Every time I'm in a city, I got people DMing me, yo, man, the show's sold out. You got an extra ticket for me? You got an extra ticket for me? I don't. When it's sold out, it's sold out. So get these tickets early, man. I got Denver this weekend, Thursday through Saturday, okay? Then I got Belmore, New York, the 20th through the 21st of July. It's just 2 days. Then we got one night, one show in Seattle, the 16th of August. Then we have one night, one show, the 17th of Vancouver, okay? Then September, we got New Brunswick, New Jersey. I'm going to be there at the Stress Factory the 6th through the 8th, and many more. And then obviously I have London, Antwerp, Amsterdam, Oslo, Copenhagen, Stockholm. All right. Make sure you get those tickets. We also got Boston. All right. One night. Boston. Portland. One night. Sacramento. I'll be there for the weekend. San Jose, one night. Chicago, one night. Milwaukee, one night. Madison, one night. Especially with these one-night gigs. Get the tickets early, man. I'm telling you. Get them early. TheAndrewSchultz.com. There's links for every single city. If you got some friends in a city, tell them. I love it. I love it when you guys spread the word. Send your friends. Send your peoples. That's amazing, man. It's been awesome seeing you guys come out, say what's up at the show, and just be there and all fucking laugh, man. So thank y'all so much for coming out. All right.
I want to go back to XX Tentacion.
XXX Tentacion.
XXX Tentacion. The only reason I want to go back is because I'm not going to dwell on it too much, only because I didn't talk about that brother when he was alive.
Right.
So I'm not going to be one of these people that's talking about him so much when he's dead and starting to play his music now and screaming his music and talking about how talented he is now. And, you know.
Is Spotify playing his shit again?
Spotify did a whole fucking playlist. Talking
First
about
of
a whole
all-
rest in peace playlist. Like, that shit is whack. Like, keep
So
the same energy, bro.
hypocrisy, bro.
Keep the same
So 2 weeks
fucking
ago,
energy.
you're not playing his music because of these allegations.
Keep the same
Now
energy.
that he's dead and you know them streams are going to be popping,
Keep the same energy.
it's hard to keep the same energy, bro.
Because Charlemagne the God keeps the same energy. And you know what my energy has been?
What's
my
that?
energy has been one of y'all getting shot. Okay?
It's yeah.
And that's been my same energy the whole time, man. I feel like energy is real. You get back what you put out, man. And I don't wish that on nobody. I always want to be wrong about all of this type shit. I saw Tekashi online apologizing, you know, saying that, you know, he's been trolling and, you know, he takes life for granted, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Nah, bruh. You got to go 3 times as hard with that as you did with the bullshit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go 3 times as hard with that as you did with the bullshit for somebody to really, really take you serious. You know what I mean? Like, you got to apologize to some of those people. And you know what? I hope that the damage you've done isn't irreparable. Because when you disrespecting certain people, like when you disrespecting people in Chicago and you disrespecting people that have died in Chicago and you disrespecting certain gang sets, like I said, you may want to go on a positive note.
But they might not be able to be there.
2 years later, they might be laying the weight. That's all. You don't know. So that's why I keep telling y'all, man, watch the energy that you put out into the world. If you can learn anything from this XXX Tentacion situation, it's simply watch the energy that you put out into the world. And we got to stop normalizing so much bullshit, man. We normalize bad behavior. Not only do we normalize it, we reward it oftentimes in this social media era. And we also normalize things like death and violence. XXX is sitting in the car lifeless, and motherfuckers is what they got their phones out.
Yeah.
Could somebody call 911?
Yeah.
Nobody knows a little bit of CPR anymore. Like, I mean, what are y'all doing? Like, why is this just normal to y'all? And if it is true that the guy who killed him tweeted out, because I saw the tweet, I just don't know if it's real or not. He tweeted out, "Yo, I just shot XXX." You know,
No, he didn't say that.
Yes, he did. He said, "I just shot XXX. I'm about to go viral." Yes, he did. And he deleted his whole Twitter page as if that's gonna work. as if you can't just pull up the tweet. If that shit is the case, bro, we are in a very, very, very sick, strange, twisted motherfucking society that I don't want no parts of. And I'm gonna tell everybody else too, man, don't be a slave to this motherfucking device right here, bro. Get off this shit, man. This shit is a simulation. This shit is making us less sensitive. This shit is taking away our motherfucking empathy, and it is normalizing a lot of bullshit that shouldn't be normalized. And when I say that, I'm talking about violence. Period. So, you know, rest in peace to the brother XXX Tentacion. And I hate to say it, but I don't think he's the last one.
Yikes.
I really don't.
Yeah, we have a, here's the tweet. Bro, I really just shot XXX Tentacion. I'm finna go viral.
Read this. Another one too. Read the second one.
I really just popped this. And then
N-word.
a word I don't say.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. 300,000 followers overnight on Instagram. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Now, do you think, oh my God.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why would
So
y'all
he
follow
really
that
did
guy?
it.
I don't know. But
You think he's
well,
clout
guess
chasing?
what? Guess what clout chasing gonna get you? Questioned.
You gonna get questioned?
You know what I'm saying? And I really hope you had nothing to do with it. Because you think it's all fun and games now till you in somebody's prison, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I saw the dude called Duval a square this morning on Instagram. Because Duval was talking about how the guy who allegedly did this got 300,000 followers on the gram.
Yeah, that's where I saw
so
that.
So the dude left Duval a comment and said, yo, you a square. I hit Duval. I said, I'd have hit him back and said, yeah, I am a square, but I'm not as square as that goddamn prison cell you about to be living in for the rest of your motherfucking life. That shit is a square. That shit is a full square. Matter of fact, might be a rectangle, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, all I'm doing is sitting back watching. I'm praying for everybody, and I'm telling all you kids, please watch the energy that you put out there. That's all I'm saying. Proverbs 18:21, man.
I mean, the way to stop all this is just to stop giving it attention, right? Like, these kids are doing it for attention. How do we stop, or is it a basic human instinct to like follow this violence? Can we not stop it? Literally, if we started shaming people for being involved in beef, if we stopped listening to their music because they were involved in these violent acts,
if we stop normalizing, listen, okay.
No, we're rewarding it. It's not just normalizing, we're rewarding it, right? Yes. So it's like, and the way to stop them from doing it, because people do anything they're rewarded for, right? You watch kids. If a kid slaps my hand and then it hurts and then he laughs, he just keeps on doing it. He'll do anything you reward him for, right? Yeah. Humans do it, right?
Yeah.
This fucking child soldiers.
So you give me likes, you give me retweets, you give me all the shit, you're rewarding me.
So, but I'm wondering, do we have the capability to not reward this, or is it ingrained in our DNA to reward violence? Are we that drawn to violence? We like violent movies, we like violent music, we like violent videos.
I agree with you on everything, and I think that this right here is normalizing real life violence. Think about how many times you go online and you watch somebody getting beat up, you watch somebody getting shot, you watch dead bodies. When you're looking at it through this lens, it just seems like entertainment. It seems like a show.
Dude, but we're so drawn to it in general. Last night I went out to a restaurant with my pops, or 2 nights ago I went to a restaurant with my pops, and there was a almost fight on the street, just two guys barking at each other. The entire nice Italian restaurant walks out to the door, some of them out of the restaurant, just to view this almost fight, and then walks back in. Is it a knee-jerk human reaction to follow this violent shit?
Not me. Not at my age. I go the other way. Like, I'm getting the fuck on. Who fighting? All right, we out. You know what I'm saying? I'm the total opposite.
Maybe that's you, but we know humans do it, right?
Yeah.
So then what do? Do we have a shot? Or is this the easy? Because kids are going to continue doing whatever they think will get them clout, whatever they think is going to get them follows. And if they find out that shooting a rapper gets you 300,000 Instagram followers, you don't think for a second they're not going to do it? Same shit with these school shootings.
Well, that's why you got to make examples of these motherfuckers when you pick them up. Because the little boy's going to jail.
Yeah, but we need more than jail, right? We need to make an example in the way that we don't reward it.
We need to put cameras in jail.
In jail?
Yeah.
Oh, so they could see the butt fucking.
Motherfucker getting fucked in his ass.
Put that on World Star.
You know what I'm saying? Show him getting a train ran on him, getting cum all shot in his fucking face, crying for his fucking life because he's only 18, 19 years old and he done made a fucking, made a choice that's cost him the rest of his goddamn life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to show the reality of the situation. That's all. I get in that. Listen, trust me. When you start seeing stuff like death, when you start seeing stuff like people go to jail, these kids get the message. This is new to their generation. This is new to their era. And I realized that when I saw Tekashi 6ix9ine get online, and if he wasn't trolling, being remorseful and saying that he, feels like he's offended people and he takes his life for granted, like, it's a wake-up call. That's all XXX right now is to a lot of people. He's a wake-up call. And he should be, this should be a teachable moment to a lot of these motherfucking kids. You know what I'm saying? Because if XXX is everything y'all say he was, meaning that he was trying to be a more positive person, and he was turning over a new leaf, and that still happened to him, what's going to happen to you motherfuckers that's inviting that shit all the time?
So do you think it's possible that these kids weren't connected enough to the Pac and Biggie murders like we were?
Oh, they definitely weren't. They were kids.
So
Pac and Biggie have been dead longer than most of these kids are alive. XXXTentacion is 20. Pac's been dead since what?
Oh, that shit's like 25.
96.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. Bro, no, this is interesting. I think that we see rap beef a little differently than them because we know the stakes.
We see life a little differently than them because we know the stakes.
And
I don't know why.
Maybe seen the stakes.
They haven't seen the stakes. Maybe it's because the way I grew up, I saw people get shot. I saw people get killed. I saw people go to jail. Like, I never took any of this shit for a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't tell you suck my dick because I get punched in my fucking face. You know what I'm saying? My daddy would tell me, if you tell somebody suck your dick, you're going to end up in dead or in jail. I mean, be ready to die, be ready to kill. You know what I'm saying? These kids now, they suck my dick. Like, bro, it's real life. I saw a video the other day online. I'm not going to front. Made me feel good. because I saw these two dudes arguing in the street, and the young boy said, "Suck my dick," and got a mean two-piece. Clean, sleep. Old man said, "Leave him alone. Let him sleep. Let him motherfucking sleep, God damn it." I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that.
I know it's different, right? But like, we have no problem boycotting, not boycotting, but protesting police when there's these acts of injustice, right? And we get all upset, we get passionate, and we want change when it comes from that. But when rappers get killed, why isn't there that same energy?
That's a good point.
Towards the people who did it.
Towards the people who do it, or towards the people who provoke it, right? Towards the people who instigate the beef. Like, what? And I understand it's different, right? The police have a responsibility to protect us and all these things. And I'm not trying to, I understand that people are always going, false equivalency, da-da-da. Okay, that's not where I'm trying to get it. What I'm trying to get us to understand and have the conversation of, we understand why things go to this level. They go to this level because we reward it. We reward violence. People, whether they're conscious of it or unconscious of it, they are doing these acts because they believe it will be rewarded in some way. 300,000 Instagram followers, that's a reward, right?
Or a Louis Vuitton bag full of money.
There it is. Or Louis Vuitton bag full of money, still a reward, right? But I think these kids want clout more than they want cash. I guarantee if you told a kid, hey, I'll give you $30,000 or I'll give you 100,000 Instagram followers, they might take that 100,000 or maybe a million. They just want this clout. They want that validation, and they'll do whatever they can get for the validation. Right? Unfortunately, it's going out there and murdering people. Dude, it's a weird dynamic.
Yeah, I kind of had a reaction to it the day it happened because I noticed that Twitter was kind of divided into two camps. There were people who were outraged that people were
outraged. We're sad.
We're sad. And then there was the opposite camp, which was like, you know, how could you support this guy? But there wasn't any, from what I could see, level of that outrage actually directed towards the people who killed him. For essentially nothing, you know, like there's almost a sense now that it's inevitable, right?
It's acceptable. It's like, oh, you're involved in,
but it's inevitable. Like, you're going to get shot.
Acceptable
if you do
meaning
this.
like, oh, you've chosen to be involved in beef, so death is what happens sometimes when you're involved. It's like a skydiver. Hey, you like skydiving? Sometimes the parachute doesn't open.
Right, that's what I was saying to Charlamagne. Like, yeah, it's good maybe that this guy knocked out the young boy and showed him some respect. You don't have to kill somebody for them telling you suck your dick. You know? You can't shrug that off.
Yeah.
You can't let that go.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Turn the other cheek.
It's not that big a fucking deal. And that's the sense now that just like, well, if you do this, then that's just going to happen.
Dude, there's a reason turn the other cheek changed the world. Like that one sentence right there changed the world, because before that it was, you said something to me, I'm going to kill you. Right. I mean, if you even look at like in America, you even look how like Alexander Hamilton died. Burr literally was like, I challenge you to a duel. Right. And then Hamilton had to go, okay, let's duel. And then one of them dies. Like this is, we're talking about in the past. Like,
well, that's a choice though.
No, I know, but like.
It's all a choice.
It's all a choice, but like for example, the idea of turn the other cheek. Somebody says, suck my dick to you, right? You have the choice to just be like, man, I'm not going to kill him for saying that. But back in the day, before turn the other cheek, you just had to respect your honor and fight for your honor and all this other nonsense that means absolutely nothing.
You tell me suck your dick nowadays, I'm going to be like, well, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm going to scare the fuck out of you.
You tell me suck your dick now.
I'm going to say, pull your dick out right now. I'm going to give you the best blowjob of your fucking life.
Damn right. You say suck my dick, I'm going to give you a blue chew.
Listen, the moral of the story is this. Rest in peace, XXX Tentacion.
Yes.
And I just, you know, once again, I'm going to give you all this scripture. Proverbs 18:21. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Okay? That's it. Simple as that. And I'm not saying that the man, you know, spoke this into existence. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying he didn't either. Okay? Mm-hmm. So if you're going to speak anything on your life, speak positive, man. Speak love, man. Speak life. I always say the things that you want to happen in your life, constantly think about. Mm-hmm. The things that you don't want to happen, don't think about at all. And I'm not saying that the exact thing is going to happen for you, but something good it's going to happen when you're thinking good. When you're thinking bad, something bad's going to happen. That's why anxiety is so dangerous. The reason anxiety is so dangerous
Because you're constantly thinking bad.
Yes, man. Yes. So instead of like, when these bad thoughts come into your head and you start feeling all ill and shit, don't go in the booth and make a song like you're nobody until somebody kills you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk about being dead by 25 in your rap songs. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Flip that energy, man. Get that shit out your motherfucking head. Think about life.
Ready to die.
Ready to die.
Think about Biggie's albums.
And by the
Life After Death, Ready to Die.
And then his third album was supposed to be called Born Again. That's what his third album was supposed to be called, Born Again. The brother didn't even get a chance to grow, evolve, and get out of that mind state that he was in.
Yo, how long? At what age do we start holding kids accountable? Like we understand in terms of
18.
law, right? Like before you're 18 and you break the law, right? We feel bad for you. We're like, he was a kid. He didn't really know what he was doing. He wasn't mature enough to know what he was doing, and he's not 100% accountable for his actions, right? We assume that that's fair, at least legally.
Yeah, legally. Yeah.
Legally speaking,
Yeah.
right? And it's basically because you're too young to be making rational decisions. I guess that's what it is. Like, there's a reason why an adult isn't having sex with a 16-year-old girl, right? Because the 16-year-old girl, she can't really think right. You know, like, oh, you mean you shouldn't do it because she looks 16, but at the same time, like, she's more easy to manipulate or something like that. You can take advantage of her, right? So, at what point in time are we going to let the youth grow up? At what point in time are we going to look back at their actions? I mean, a lot of these rappers, a lot of these, like, even basketball players, athletes, they're fucking 19. They're saying shit on Twitter. They're saying dumb things. They're maybe out in the club partying and fucking up a little bit, but they're kids.
Yeah.
And at what point in time do we have to treat them like adults? At what point in time do we forgive them for being kids and acting like that?
I think 18, man. I think if you're old enough to be making your own choices and you're old enough to be making your own decisions, I got to hold you accountable for those choices, man. Like, you're not an idiot. You're not some irresponsible kid who has to have their hand held, you know what I mean? But I think the biggest thing that we all need to realize is people are allowed to make mistakes and they're allowed to grow and evolve from those mistakes.
Yeah.
So to everybody running around saying things like, yo, you know, if Malcolm X would have died at 20 or Maya Angelou would have died at 20, just please keep that same energy when it comes to these adults. And then you hear things that these adults went through in their past life. Some things publicly we know, some things we didn't know, but they made mistakes. They went to jail or their charges got dropped or whatever it is. Could you please keep that same energy and understand that people grow and people evolve and people aren't the same people that they were?
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers be still sending me videos, Charlamagne's most savage moments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe the Me Too movement never came for Charlamagne.
Yeah.
I wasn't the same person 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I tell you I was wild, and you think I don't got fucking eyes? You don't think I evolved and grew
I don't
for a
think
reason?
you Me Too'd anybody.
I mean, I'm not. That's not my that's not my place to say.
I don't think that. Look, my feeling is, you know, with the whole Me Too thing is, I don't see you as the type of person that after somebody said no, you would continue going.
I agree with that, but I mean, listen, man, I've been in fucking interviews with lotion in my hand, you know, looking at Terry, like, so it's always.
And then did Thierry say, "Please stop that. It's making me uncomfortable."
Like, Charlamagne.
But she didn't say, "Stop. It's making me uncomfortable." And then you continue doing it.
I'm not gonna make no excuses. It's not appropriate. It wasn't appropriate.
Look.
When I look at it now, I cringe.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I do. I'm being honest with you.
As we should cringe. Have you ever looked at a picture of your haircut when you were a kid? You're like, what the fuck was wrong with me? I had a bowl cut until I was like 17 years old. There's things in our past that we, I think, regret. And that's fair. But I think the big thing with this Me Too thing, and one of the things I'm very scared about is this like ask culture. We're creating this movement where if a guy doesn't ask for something, then it's rape or sexual assault.
It's always been that way.
No.
You got to get consent.
No.
What?
It's never been ask culture. It's been no culture, which is I'm going to attempt to do things. And if you say no or stop, I have to respect that. But you allow the attempt,
But
right?
you're still asking with body language, though.
Sure, body language, whatever. But now we're saying verbal asking, right? Like if I go and touch a girl's titty, I don't go, may I touch her titty? May I pull your hair? May I kiss your neck? May I turn you
I'm
around?
gonna be honest with you, though.
It's stupid.
If you about to have sex with a girl, and you be like, "Can I have sex with you?" I don't think. I don't think a simple
not
yes.
anymore.
I don't think that simple question will get in the way.
Nah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but what I'm saying is like what we're doing is we're telling girls that they're being sexually assaulted and raped. We're putting that in their head for shit that's not the reality.
You should add this to your podcast resume.
Yeah.
The War on Feminist podcast.
No, toxic femininity.
Toxic femininity. On toxic femininity.
Yo, I'm just defending men because, listen, we love women.
I don't even know what we were talking about. He spun it again.
Listen, that's what I do. No, listen, there's a reason, son.
What did we talk about before?
There's a reason they call me King Hezzy, bro. That's all it is.
You fake me out.
I just Hezzy'd you.
It's like, look, man, listen, she's a blue chew, right? But listen, he's fucking feminist, bro.
We take pills so our dick's hard to help you feel good in bed. Like, one thing that I will do, I will change the narrative of this whole toxic masculinity shit. I think listen, don't get me wrong, there's tons of douchebags out there, absolutely. But for the most part, I think men genuinely care about protecting women. I think we genuinely care about keeping women safe and treating women well. Are we douchey sometimes?
100%.
Sure. But I think that deep down, it comes from it. Some guy is beating up Sarah on the street. You don't even know Sarah.
I'm intervening. I think
he's getting knocked out.
I think you shouldn't. I'm not.
He's getting knocked out, and you don't even need to say thank you. You don't need to thank us. We don't need thank you. Just don't resent me.
I don't know if I'm gonna knock the dude up. I'm gonna be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I'm gonna intervene.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grab the dude. I'm gonna restrain him. I'm gonna do something.
Yeah. I just say the police are here. That's what I do. I just say that. No, but for real, all I'm saying is that's a responsibility we have that we don't even need to be thanked for. Just don't resent us.
Yo, let's
That's all I'm trying to say.
I want to say this about the XXX thing too, man. You know, I don't want to, like I said earlier, I don't want to say that I'm disregarding his past, but I don't think what you did on this planet matters when you're dead. Like, why are we still judging somebody for the actions that they may or may not have done when they were alive when they're dead? The only person that can judge XX Tentacion right now is the creator. You know what I'm saying? I think the only thing that we really should be focusing on is the people that killed him. Let's not take that out of the equation. You know what I mean? As much as y'all want to say this kid was a bad guy, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because of the domestic violence and all of that stuff, he got killed. Yeah. So there's some people out there right now that killed that young man. Right. You know what I mean? So we need to be focusing our energy on making sure them motherfuckers get taken off the street. Because if not, the next person they clap could be you or somebody that you love.
That's true.
You know, so while you busy pointing the finger at that man, talking about what he did when he was alive and he was a bad guy, he got killed by some bad guys too.
Yeah.
So there's nothing we can do about him being a bad guy while he was here. That's out of our hands now. That's in the hands of his creator. Yeah. But the bad guys that killed him, we could do something about that.
Imagine these gang members that are involved in these senseless killings started taking out George Zimmerman, started taking out other people that we assume, or not even assume, that we're like 100% sure are evil people. Right?
Yeah.
That we all agree are evil people. Imagine they use their murder for good.
That'd be great.
Right? Like, it'd be a weird thing. Like, let's say I don't know what the gangs are in Chicago, right? But like, let's say we found out that they were responsible for killing like awful people. You know, rapists, like that whole show Dexter, right?
Yeah,
Dexter would kill these awful people, and he was kind of a hero for it. All I'm saying is, if you got this yearning you want some clout?
You want to clap somebody?
You know what I mean?
Go clap George Zimmerman. If you was to clap George Zimmerman, my God.
You get more than 300,000 Instagram followers. That's a fact.
Man, you be a hero. You be a hero.
We're not sitting on this podcast saying go murder. We're just saying that there'd be a different, you're using your murders wrong. You're using your murders wrong.
Let's switch gears a little bit. First of all, I want to tell y'all to go to HiUClothing.com too.
Oh, yeah.
And go get some Brilliant Idiots merch, man. I want to salute Desus and Mero.
Yes.
You know, I love the evolution of my guys. You know, I love the fact that they went from social media, Twitter, the Complex, to MTV2, you know, on my show Uncommon Sense, to Vice. And if you haven't heard, they are making the move to Showtime. They're going to be on Showtime once a week, starting in January, which I think is a great move. Showtime is a place where they haven't ever been in the talk space. You know, when you look at places like HBO, they have like Bill Maher, John Oliver, they've had Bill Simmons. Showtime has never had a talk show, ever. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's very good that they're dipping their toe in the culture, you know, with Desus and Mero. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's really, really dope. And
now you have an announcement. Today is Wednesday. You wouldn't tell me before Wednesday.
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday.
Well,
technically,
it actually
as we're
just hit.
recording
I just
this.
want to tell y'all a story, man. I've been out, pitching a bunch of different things, and just shopping a bunch of different stuff, and I met with a lot of these networks. You write things on your vision board, because I had certain things written on my vision board, because certain things in your mind you feel like are like out of your realm of even getting involved in. You know what I'm saying? You think a network like HBO, you're like, oh my God, HBO is like the premier cable network. Like, they already stacked over there. They got Bill Maher, they got John Oliver. They wouldn't fuck with a Charlamagne the God. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I always tell y'all, I always like to go with the second best thing. Instead of Hot 97, I always wanted to be on Power 105. You know what I'm saying? Because
Low expectations.
Low expectations. I can make that shit jump. So I'm happy to announce, Deadline just posted that HBO taps Charlamagne the God for that's my new TV home. Okay. So, HBO is my new TV home. So
What does this mean?
Look what I get for doubting myself.
What does this mean? This is
I'm
crazy.
I'm starting with a series of interview specials called The Gray Area with Charlamagne the God, and it's going to be a series of.
Is this about interviewing old people?
Nah. It's going to be a series of 4 interview specials. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one a quarter, and I'm just going to be doing one-on-one interviews with different, politicians and athletes, entertainers, like any movers and shakers, anybody I find influential. We're gonna have like one-on-one in-depth conversations with them. You know what I mean? But it's just the start of a beautiful partnership with HBO. You know what I'm saying? That will evolve.
Now, was that
into a lot
inspired
of different things
by the Kanye interview, you think?
No, because I had been on their radar,
Yeah.
but I just didn't.
But it's long form, right?
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
that. That's
yeah,
the only thing.
absolutely.
I think late night is dead, to be honest with you. I truly think
I think
late
there's
night
different
is
ways to do talk. You know
I think
what I'm
it
saying?
needs to be long. This short, plug your movie, tell me a funny story.
Yeah.
So I hear you were fishing the other day. I was
yeah.
fishing and we fell off the boat. It's antiquated. It's done. We don't care. You got to go deep. I love it. Once a quarter.
It's just amazing how God, I'm telling you, man, the universe, because I had certain things written on my vision board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like certain things, certain
I'm fucking
ideas.
hyped right now.
Even when
Maybe it's a coffee, maybe it's a Blue Chew, but I'm fucking hyped.
I didn't even have HBO on my cards, even though I would have loved to be on
Absolutely.
HBO, but in my mind,
Yep.
for whatever reason, I put doubt on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yes.
like, nah, HBO. This is a long shot. Why would they want to fuck with a country ass motherfucker like me? But then I go in there and I meet with people like Richard and Nina who are very in tune with what I do. Who listen to The Breakfast Club, who watch the interviews on YouTube, who excited to meet me, and I am happy to be in business with HBO. This is the perfect place, I think, for me at this moment in time.
To quote you on Bill Maher, you think?
You think? Yeah.
You're happy to
And
be
you know what?
in business with HBO?
And I hope
Really?
I hope I have a Bill Maher type run. Bill Maher been with HBO for 20
Years.
motherfucking years.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. And I hope I have that kind of run. And I want to do. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of everything,
Let me
scripted
tell you
stuff.
something. Oh, really? You got other projects you're doing there too?
Yeah, it's not. It's because this is the
So this is like a deal. This is not.
I'm with HBO. Yeah.
This is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, obviously, the fact that you didn't see it there is crazy to me. I mean, you should have absolutely seen yourself there. HBO's, I think, pride themselves in being the best in the business, and I think you're by far the best in the business.
Thank you, sir.
This is just great, man. This is just great. But I'm not going to sit here and compliment you as you text.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Something I will not do. You're going to pay attention if I'm going to,
I'm listening.
toot your horn. No, I need full connection if you're going to do it.
I'm right here.
No, not going to do it. Not going to do it. You're going to have to put down the phone. I know you're getting all your congratulation texts.
No, nobody tweeting me.
Yeah.
All right,
You
go
just
ahead.
tweeted it out.
I
You
just
just let
retweeted
people
it.
know. I know. You got to let people know. Shoot your shot, bro.
I'm happy to be here, man.
Listen, I think, one, I'm surprised that you thought that you weren't capable of doing HBO.
I just thought they were loaded over there. Not saying I'm not. I'm fully capable of doing it. I just thought they were loaded. They got Bill Maher. They got John Oliver. They had Bill Simmons. They got
You're the most talented person in the talk space at HBO now.
John Oliver's a beast, bro.
No.
Bill Maher's a beast.
No. Bill Maher, I would say Oliver it's just too pandery. It's like, I know you don't like this.
Don't insult my coworkers, okay?
It's the reality of the matter. It's just straight pander, bro. Every single time.
He's good.
He's a beast.
He's
a
straight
beast.
pander. All it is pander, and I can't watch it. I already know your point of view the second you do it. The second you do it, I already know what you're going to say. Oh, healthcare is bad. Oh, is it? Tell us why it's bad. I get it. Bill Maher, much better. Longevity, incredible. You're better.
I don't know.
You're better.
I'm just happy to be there.
You're better. But you're better at what you're going to do. It's different if you're standing up there and delivering jokes. Maher's going to be better than that at UBS. He's been doing it, and that's what he is. He's a comedian. But long-form conversation, that's going to be hot. It's going to be like you're the fucking David Letterman. You know how they do that like Letterman on Netflix?
Yeah.
Where they have that long-form thing?
Yeah,
you're that for HBO?
No, I'm not. Nah, it's going to be like this is what I'm going to do. It's called the gray area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to places where these people are comfortable. I'm gonna go to pivotal moments in these people's life. Like if I interview Cardi B, I'm gonna go to the strip club that Cardi used to dance in, and we'll do some of the interview there. Then I want to do some of the interview at Cardi's crib with her and Offset.
I want to do like
baby.
an Iceland clap.
You know what I'm saying? If I interview, if I do a one-on-one with Tiffany Haddish, I'm gonna go to the foster home that Tiffany grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the pivotal places in their life that changed them, you know what I mean? For the better. You know what I mean? Those are the places where they dreamed that.
Mix it up, dude. George Bush.
Yeah,
that'd be so sick.
I'm talking to listen, I don't have a problem talking to anybody.
I know you don't, but that's what's special about it. We've seen you talk to Cardi, and I want to see you talk to Cardi in that space, don't get me wrong, but I would love a conversation with you and fucking George Bush or something like that.
The guests are going to be just as diverse as they are on The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason I call it the gray area because we live in this world of extremes. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's either on one side or on the other side. But everything isn't black and white. Like the truth is always in that middle, in that gray area.
I'm hyped.
So that's where we're going to be at with it.
I'm hyped.
So, yes, support all the people from the culture that are getting these looks on these premium cable networks. Salute to Desus and Mero for Showtime. Salute to, Charlamagne the God for HBO. I don't know why I'm speaking in third person. I guess
you at HBO, you can't.
That's what you do. I'm with HBO now. I can speak in third person now. And
massive.
I think that's a good way to end.
When does it start?
First one comes out this fall.
So book comes out this fall. You're going to have a big fall, bro.
Book comes out October 23rd. And then I don't know the exact release date. I'm hoping for the fall. If I had a perfect time, I'd say the week of Thanksgiving. Listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.